MiniWarGaming Banter Batrep.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to another Banter Batrep. Today, I'm going to be fighting John. How's it going, John?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. This is the Skype battle report. John, where are you from?
Over in Cyprus, so we're having a across the globe Batrep here.
You're in Cyprus.
Yeah.
You think that because you're nice and warm and cozy in your commander bunker that it keeps you safe from the power of chaos.
5+ cover save. Whatever.
All I know is that the Eye of Terror is going to rip a hole through the warp. It's going to come into your living room or wherever you are sitting, and it's going to just show you some damage.
Especially on Halloween.
Yeah, today is Halloween, by the way, so this is going to be posted after Halloween, but just know that this was a game fought on Halloween. And remember to go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge if you would like to battle against me in a battle report. Even if it's a Skype battle report, it has to be a smaller battle if it's Skype because of time restraint purposes, but it's still fun, even especially if you're across the world. You don't have any means of getting here otherwise. It'd be fun to battle. And remember, if you want to buy a Chaos Space Marine army or an Orks army, you can click on the link below or go to MiniWarGaming.com/buy40k. 500 points, Chaos Space Marines, the new Chaos Space Marines versus Orks. Let's take a look at the armies we are fielding. Let's take a look at your army, John. So first off, you have 500 points of Orks. This is a very speed, freaky army. Some of you may recognize these war bikes right there. These are Dan's, they're painted red. The other ones, however, are not painted by Dan. They're painted by Blue Table Painting. So what they've done is they've sent this army to us to play with in battle reports. Very awesome. And let's take a close-up here. I need to put a disclaimer here. Now, this particular army that we are looking at, this is not their typical work. This is either a trade-in or a second-hand army, something of that nature. So this isn't their typical level 3 standard work that they would produce. It's actually a little bit less quality, but even their less quality looks good. I mean, this is all the rust on the bikes and the different colors, and it's a good looking army. Now, if you want to actually get this army is for sale. You can click on the link below if you're interested in getting this army. And this isn't even the whole army. This is only a fraction of the army. The actual army is much bigger than what we're looking at right here. I'm just using a few of these models to be represented in this battle report. Also because Dan didn't have enough bikes. He had more than this, but I didn't want there to be only a couple. I figured that, you know, Wazdaka, I don't know if that's him in particular, but this is the Forge World biker that we're looking at. But that is the model that's being fielded in this game. John, tell me what war gear you have on this guy.
Wazdaka, you can't actually give him anything. He's just got, like, he's got Power Claw, he's got Custom Mega Blaster, Daka cannons on his war bike, and yeah, we'll go into like rules and stuff on it. He's pretty awesome. I've never fielded him before, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. It's like a really powerful knob, basically, on a bike. Yeah? So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty decked out with cool stuff.
Now you have 2 squads of bikers here.
Yeah, I can do that because Wazdaka's rule, the biker boss, he allows you to take any amount of bikers as a troop choice. So yeah, I chose to go for a real speed freak army, just go for 2 squads of, well, 1 squad of 5 bikers and the other of 6, except one of them's a knob with Power Claw, heavy armor, or no heavy armor. But yeah, it's pretty standard. So I'll split those into 2 troop choices. Toughness 5, yeah, Wazdaka's toughness 6.
Okay, he has toughness 6. Thought so. You would be immune to instant death.
Yes, I would.
Except for my Force Sword, that might help in the matter. Okay, in the Chaos Space Marine army, we have a Chaos Sorcerer. He is level 2. He has an extra ability there, and he's going to be taking his abilities from the biomancy. He doesn't have a mark of chaos. Next, we have troops choices. 2 cultists troops choices. There's a flamer in each squad. 55 points each. Nice fodder units that I can just throw at you and tar pit you. Speed bumps. That's what they are. They're the speed bump units. Then I have a Maulerfiend. This particular model right here is a Forge Fiend, and my Maulerfiend is the magnetized Maulerfiend Forge Fiend that could be converted into both, but he's not painted right now. So because he's not painted, it's blasphemous to field unpainted models, albeit proxied. It's better looking than the gray that you would get. Then behind him I have a Hellbrute. Oh, by the way, the Maulerfiend, he's got Lasher Tendrils. They do some pretty neat stuff in close combat, and we'll find out exactly what they do in close combat. I'm not saying this because I don't know. I'm saying because I want to surprise you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And my help brute here, he's got a power scourge. I'll tell you what that does because then you can know to be more afraid of him. It takes away weapon skill. I roll a d3 and that's how much weapon skill I take away. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's weapon skill 3 on my boys.
Unless you might be weapon skill 1. 5 to hit me. Yeah, it's gonna suck for you.
Okay,
yeah. But and he's got a multi-melta, so that's good. And then I have 2 chaos spawn. I had some leftover points. So 2 Chaos Spawn, and Chaos Spawn are actually much better now in 6th edition in the new updated codex, and so they're going to be providing a little bit of a headache for you. But it's Speed Freak versus Close Combat, and so this is very interesting. I don't have a whole lot of shooting at all. These have auto pistols, and so 12-inch range, not much. The Flamer in each squad, that'll be good, especially if you're assaulting me, which you probably will be assaulting me because you're Speed Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess. And so I'm gonna Overwatch. I'm gonna wall of flame you in your eyebrows.
Yeah, if you assault me at all though, that's like serious firepower coming from my behalf. It's like assault 3 on all the normal boys, then assault 4 on Wazdaka, so guns, yeah.
So let's do some rolling. Let's see who's gonna go first and where we're gonna be deployed. Warlord traits, we're gonna be rolling for you first. You want to get them off of the personal, right?
Yeah, personal.
4. Legendary fighter, your army gains 1 victory point for each enemy character slain by your warlord in a challenge. That's actually really good. So that means my cultist champions, which are classified as characters, in there. So you have the possibility of getting 2 extra kill points. That's what we're playing, by the way. We're playing Purge the Alien, and we're playing Dawn of War.
Yeah. I just like annihilating, so it's good.
Well, that's the only way to do it in a Banter Batrep. Now I'm rolling for my Chaos. I'm going to take them out of the Chaos Codex. I got a 3, which is Master of Deception. D3 infantry units can infiltrate.
Nice.
That's good. Yeah, that's really, really good. We're gonna roll for deployment. This is your roll right there. So you get a 3, and I get a 6. I will decide to go first.
Go for it.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because I have D3 units that have infiltrate, so it makes sense for me to go first.
Does make sense.
So I'm actually gonna roll for that right now. So this is how many units have infiltrate. Oh, just 1.
Nice.
So one of my infantry units, my cultist unit, is going to have infiltrate. Biomancy, psychic power, abilities, rolling. First one is a 2, which is enfeeble, which means that it's a malediction in an enemy unit within 24 inches. I get to make it so you have -1 to your strength and toughness. It treats all terrain, even open ground, as difficult terrain. So that's good for your war boss there. Okay, now for the second ability, I get 3, which is Life Leech. It's a 12-inch range, strength 6, AP 2, assault 2. If it causes 1 unsaved wound, the psyker immediately regains a wound lost earlier in the battle, up to a starting number of wounds. Yeah, that's not bad too. Because Iron Arm actually I wanted the most, but that's okay. That's really okay by me.
That's right. They sound pretty effective, the ones that you got anyway. So.
Yeah. So I have to remember that I have Enfeeble and Life Leech. Okay, this is deployment. I won the roll off. I decided to go first. Maulerfiend right there up to the 12-inch mark. Here's my independent character, which is attached to that cultist group, which is good because they can use his leadership 10. They're up at the 12-inch mark. And the 2 chaos spawn, the reason why they're on the side is because they can move 12 because they're beasts, and I want these guys to be up there first because they're a tar pit unit. And this guy is behind for the heavy support, even though he's not heavy support. I'm just using that term to help out the army, really. In this squad right there, they have infiltrate. So they're going to be deploying shortly after I show your deployment, which is pretty straightforward. Now you're up to the 10-inch mark. You want it to go a little bit further back. I don't have really much that can shoot you, but we'll see what happens. Now we're going to roll for night fighting now. So on a 4-up, night fighting. Yeah, it's night fighting. That's probably better for me because I think you have some abilities.
I have a lot of dagger, basically.
And I'm going to infiltrate now, and I'm going to move 18 inches. 18 inches away from your biker squad there. Now the reason why I did that out in the open and not 12 inches or up to 12 inches behind this building is because if I would have not failed, but got poor difficult terrain rolls, then it would actually be less distance. This is more of a sure thing. I can move up 6 and then run closer to you. So that's my logic, and that's why I'm doing it. And it's also because I wanted to create some room for the Maulerfiend here.
Alright.
That's a go. Now, would you like to try to steal the initiative?
I would, actually. Very much so.
Okay, here's the roll.
Wow.
You got a 5.
So close.
Not quite. Okay, so Chaos Space Marines, turn 1. So before I continue, I just need to show off this Chaos Sorcerer painted up in a Slaanesh-esque color scheme because it was painted up by Blue Table Painting. Thank you very much. Sean and the boys over at Blue Table Painting for painting this model up for me. It's excellent. Now this model is also for sale by them, so you can actually buy this guy. He's part of a larger army, a 2,000 point army. You can click on the link below if you wish to view this army if you're interested in it. He's going to do some havoc in this game, and it's going to be pretty sweet.